I got some new poll numbers that came out over the weekend. Look at that. President Trump's approval rating taking a hit from the Mueller report. No collusion, but he takes a hit. He's down to 37%, and that's down 6 points since March. Sean Steele is with us. He's on the Republican National Committee. Sean, this slide is not good. What are you going to do about it?
Well, what I'm going to do about it is look at who actually did the poll. It's an outlier. Sadly, it's by Reuters. Of course, Rolling Stone and some of the more extreme publications have been repeating this, but you have to look at the gold standard. Fox doesn't show that. The Rasmussen shows that Trump's at 49%. So it's the old battle between which poll is reliable, which isn't. Reuters has been, sadly, sort of taken over. It went to bankruptcy.
But wait a second,
sort of been
Sean.
taken over by the hard left.
But wait a second.
I don't believe it.
The Rasmussen poll shows a decline in approval. The Reuters poll shows a decline in approval. Regardless of which poll, his approval numbers are down. Again, what are you going to do about it?
Well, what Trump's going to do, he's actually, a year ago, you look at the same poll from Reuters, he's actually up the way Donald Trump is. Going through the whole Mueller enterprise, now the tables are reversed. And what we're going to see from Attorney General Barr is an investigation of those that used to hunt Trump. They are now going to be hunted. So the discussion's going to change. But at the same time, the Democrats are in deep denial, and they're going to keep digging themselves in a hole that makes themselves look less credible. Yes, it was a bad hit from bad publicity from the mainstream media, but it's only down a few notches. Okay. By and large, Trump hasn't lost a lot of ground.
Joe Biden's reportedly going to announce his candidacy sometime this week. I have a question for you, Sean. Who would you rather go up against, Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders? And please don't say we don't care. Who's your preference?
Well, my preference would be Bernie Sanders because he is a clear-cut, unapologetic, hardcore leftist, a socialist, self-admitted. Biden's more subtle, more interesting, and we just don't know. Is he a Jeb Bush or is he a Donald Trump? Is he going to survive the Democrat Civil War? Is he going to be just doddering and out of touch and out of sync, or is he going to be authentic? Or is he going to be somebody that can actually unify the Democrats, or is he going to be part of the problem within the Democrat Party? It's fascinating. He's got real potential to be a real threat because he might be able to take on Trump in the battleground states. Yeah. But right now, my money is that Biden's probably their most credible shot, but he's got so much baggage. Joe Biden has got creepy baggage, and I don't know if he's going to be able to get around that.
Okay, we shall see. Sean Steele, thanks for joining us, sir. We appreciate it.